You make decent money. You are not living lavishly, you are not gambling, not doing anything crazy, and somehow you still have almost nothing saved. Every month feels like you are running on a treadmill at full speed and going absolutely nowhere. And the worst part is, nobody robbed you. No emergency wiped you out. The money just quietly walked out the door on its own, through habits so normal they felt like survival. That right there is the most dangerous kind of poor because you never see it coming. And by the time you do, years have already gone. And before you think this is another video about skipping your morning coffee, it is not, because honestly, that advice is tired and it misses the real problem. The things that are quietly making you poor are bigger than a $5 latte. They are hiding in your subscriptions, your social habits, your car payment, your apartment, and honestly, even in how you think about money. These are the things that slowly drain you. And today, we are going to talk about spending in these exact things that slowly make you poor in a way that nobody is actually honest about. Let's start with the one that is going to sting a little: your car. Now hear me out before you scroll away. Most people in the US are spending somewhere between 15 to 20% of their monthly income just on their vehicle. That's the car note, the insurance, the gas, the registration, the random repair that shows up every 6 months like it has a scheduled appointment. And the problem is not owning a car. The problem is owning a car that is eating your financial future one monthly payment at a time. A lot of people out here are driving a $50,000 truck on a $45,000 salary and calling it a lifestyle choice. What it actually is a wealth transfer. Every single month, you are handing money to a lender, to an insurance company, to a gas station, and getting zero return on any of it. Your car does not go up in value. It does not generate income. It just costs you consistently every single month for years. Now here's where it gets interesting. The same person driving that truck is also sitting on a couch they bought on a payment plan in an apartment they are renting above their budget, with 5 streaming services they forgot they subscribed to. And each one of these individually feels like nothing. $40 a month here, $80 there, and then you justify the rent because the neighborhood is nice and the gym is in the building. But what you have done without realizing it is built an entire lifestyle that costs more than you make, and you are using the next paycheck to fund the last one. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it is one of the most silent wealth killers out there. Every time your income goes up even a little, your spending goes up to match it. You never actually get ahead because the goalpost keeps moving. You earn more and somehow still have nothing to show for it. And subscriptions deserve their own conversation because this is where people are absolutely bleeding out and smiling while doing it. The average American household is paying for somewhere around 12 subscriptions at any given time. And I am not even joking when I say most people cannot name all 12 if you ask them right now. You have got streaming, you have got the app you downloaded last year for a diet plan, you have got the cloud storage upgrade, the premium version of something you use twice a month, the meal kit service you paused but forgot to cancel, and on and on. None of them feel expensive alone, but together they are easily eating $200 to $400 a month out of your life. That is money leaving your account automatically, silently, every single month for things you are barely using. And because it never shows up as one big purchase, your brain never registers it as a problem. Then there is the one nobody wants to talk about, and that is eating out and food delivery. Now, food is not the enemy, but the habit around it often is. When you open a delivery app and spend $18 on a meal that would have cost you $4 to make, you are not just paying for food. You are paying for the convenience, the delivery fee, the service fee, the tip, and the packaging. And you are doing it 3 or 4 times a week without flinching. Over a month, that could easily be $400 to $600 gone just on takeout. Over a year, that is somewhere between $5,000 and $7,000. Think about what that number could have done sitting somewhere working for you instead of disappearing into a paper bag. But here's the thing that most money videos skip over, and it is actually the most important one. The biggest spending problem is not any single category. It is emotional spending. It is the purchase you made because you had a bad day. It is the thing you bought because you saw someone else have it on Instagram. It is the upgrade you did not need, but it just felt good to say yes to yourself for once. Emotional spending is what turns a manageable budget into a financial disaster. Because it is unpredictable, it is impulsive, and it is tied to how you feel in that exact moment, which means no spreadsheet in the world is going to stop it unless you recognize it for what it is. You are not shopping, you are coping. And coping with money you do not have is how people stay broke for decades without ever understanding why. And then there is the social spending trap, which is one of those things that feels completely necessary but is actually optional. Saying yes to every dinner, every birthday trip, every round of drinks, every group gift, every event that you did not even want to attend, just because you did not want to feel left out or look cheap. Nobody talks about how much money disappears in the name of keeping up socially. You spend money you do not have on experiences you did not want, to impress people who are probably doing the same thing and also broke. Real ones will understand a budget. Anyone who pressures you to spend beyond your means is not protecting your friendship. They are just uncomfortable seeing someone practice discipline they have not figured out themselves. And the last one, which honestly ties everything together, is the lack of any intentional spending plan. Not a strict budget that makes you miserable, just intentionality, knowing where your money is going before it goes there. Most people are reactive with money. They spend, then check the account, then feel guilty, then spend again to feel better. That cycle is the poverty loop, and it has nothing to do with how much you earn. People making $300,000 a year are stuck in that same loop, just with bigger numbers. The problem was never income. The problem is spending without a direction. So here is where you actually start changing it. Before you spend on anything this week, ask yourself two questions. Is this moving me closer to financial freedom or further from it? And is this something I genuinely want, or am I just trying to fill a feeling? Those two questions alone will interrupt more bad purchases than any budgeting app ever could. Because awareness is the first and most powerful financial tool you have access to right now, completely free. You now know what is draining you. The car you cannot afford, the subscriptions running in the background, the food delivery habit, the emotional and social spending, and the absence of any real intention behind where your money goes. These are the quiet leaks that keep the tank empty no matter how much you pour in. Plug the leaks first. Everything else becomes easier after that. And if you are serious about not just stopping the bleeding but actually building something, you need to start thinking about money coming in, not just money going out. I made a video on exactly that, 11 income machines that work while you sleep, because fixing your spending is step one. But building income streams that run without you is what actually gets you out of the cycle for good. Go watch that one next. It picks up right where this left off.